Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of this Malakai campaign. I'm loving it actually, it's been quite fun. And now I have a better army, let's say, to deal here with Azazel. Well, better army, I would love to have just Slayers there, but other priorities have happened and... well, I still have enough to deal with anything that would flank me, but I gotta remember, this is still a Slanesh-based faction, they're really fast, so I'm gonna have some troubles in the next battles, but if I can overcome them, then it's fine. So, overall, then I really want to go against Astrogoth. I don't want him to develop too quickly, and he kinda is. Kislev has to hold on against Draika and the Greenskins. Hopefully they will manage. I've just ended up the turn, and now it's the decision. So I'm gonna have a rebellion there. Maybe I'll just recruit a couple of these units. I'll have a fight before I do that, likely, just so that I can recruit a little bit more. I can go in... yeah, there we go. Well, I could actually allow them to rebel, and I would engage with this guy and the second lord to destroy the rebellion and then finally make this place a better place. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Malakai can deal with Azazel alone right now, especially after I've dealt with those armies previously. So, the point is, where do I go? I know that Castle Alexandrinov was the last place conquered, so likely he's here. Oh, that's the army. They both have 7... well, of course, Erengrad is already a major settlement, so I gotta be careful of that. Let's just move... yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I was thinking they were actually in ambush nearby, you know? That's why I was moving slower, and now I would move a hero, but actually this is perfect, because they are within range. This is excellent. I can attack Castle Alexandrinov and take out Azazel. Man, this is helpful. This is really helpful. Well, they removed 1 unit of miners, that's bad. But it could be worse. It could have been my Doomseekers or a gyrocopter or God forbid, a cannon. Because then I would have trouble. With the miners, it's kind of fine. Let's have a fight. So I'm just deploying to face off against the initial army and also to prepare for the reinforcement. So all my artillery is deployed like that. Kind of in a circle around my engineers so that I can buff all of the artillery units with that reload skill at the same time. And then I have to cover all that artillery because there's plenty of units, plenty of melee units that will come up and will just envelop my forces, and I have to kind of focus fire on anything that can flank me, because what the dwarves have is... what I have is actually already very good units to deal with anything that is infantry. Anything that is infantry, the dwarves can deal with it perfectly, especially with the cannons, with the gyrocopters, the bombs, you know, anything, it's fine. What they lack is proper tools, especially in the beginning, to deal with the large entities or fast entities. So that's why I'm going to heavily focus on the warhounds, on the marauder horsemen here. So yeah, that's the plan. And that's what I would advise. Just forget about the enemy infantry. For the most part, you'll be able to deal with it. You'll have other options in the late game. 1 cannon just randomly shot at my my gyrocopters, I don't know why. So yeah, the cannons are hitting the infantry, of course, but still, that's mainly because they don't have other targets. And now the enemy shows up, especially with Azazel, tons of more infantry, but infantry is not the problem. The fast units, the chariots, those are the key ones that I'll have to deal with. Luckily, the chariots are demonic, so I only need to reduce their leadership, really, so that they would crumble. And that's a good idea to do. So I'm moving away my gyrocopters because Azazel is coming in, and boom! Let's engage him with the Spirit of Grumni. This is just to keep him busy. Azazel can deal with the Grumni, especially with the Manticore I think he brings in. Yeah, so he can deal with it, but he'll have to spend a lot of magic, he'll have to spend a lot of time here. Time that I can benefit by, you know, getting everything properly set up. ensuring that my units are ready to deal with the onslaught that is coming, especially with tons of units coming in. Now, while I said don't prioritize infantry, that's exactly it. Don't prioritize it. But if you don't have any good targets at the moment, just, let your units shoot, like I'm doing there with the gyrocopters. Gyrocopters, I want them to bring back to attack anything that is flanking. So, Slanesh likely has one of the best rosters to flank. And he's actually doing me a favor here by going right against these miners, right from the front. So that's 2 units of chariots that likely will die very fast, which is great. If they would attack the cannons, it would be poor for me. Yeah, these Slayer pirates, they can handle this, especially with cover from the gyrocopters. And the best part is how they are not really coordinating. They're sending in the large entities, and I'm having enough time to deal with the infantry units. Azazel is coming in, and now I think I'm gonna just focus fire Azazel with my gyrocopters. They can shoot him. Even though he's fast enough, he won't be able to dodge all those shots. Yeah, eliminated some of the chariots. I believe all the demonic chariots are gone, which is great. And now the infantry arrives, and the main idea is that all my units can still survive quite well against the infantry units, so that I can take out the key elements. You can see that the artillery has yet to be attacked. Only Azazel, which flies, of course, has managed to do it. Yeah, and these hounds, they cannot deal with any single unit unless it's the cannons, so that's great for me. Because, yeah, you can see the hounds just go away from the slayers. And, yeah, just ensure that you keep attacking, that you keep the cannons shooting large clumps of units. For instance, I'm telling the cannons to shoot grape shot at this moment against anything that's away, and that's how they're going to do it. Azazel is likely going to crumble very soon. And of course my heroes and Lord are just engaging anything in melee to avoid the cannons and other missile units to be shot. And as you can see, Azazel is gone. Some of my infantry units are gone, but still, overall, it's victory. And I didn't even have to focus too much on their enemy infantry. So, that's a victory. That's perfect. You can see the kills, everyone does their job nicely. Gotrek and Felix did not, because they were attacking, I think they were attacking the single entities, actually. And the chariots, that's why they have like 8 in 3. But the chariots not doing anything, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. They still survive with relatively good units, so I'm going to have to be careful with that. Gyrocopters just did so much. You can do this whole initial campaign with just the gyrocopters. You start with the other adventure and you go with the gyrocopters, and it's really helpful. It really helps. People went for the cannons because they like the grape shot, but it's, it's not always the best course of action depending on your playstyle. I find it's easier, but it's difficult to move away from. So, now I have some gold. I may be able to recruit some slayers here. I lost 1 unit of miners. So do I want the grudge? The thunderers, yeah. I think I would like that. I really need 1 unit of, I'm going for more missile troops. I don't want the grudge. Do I want the grudge settlers? Yeah, let's go with the grudge settlers. Because I need the slayers, I need the slayers. I need frontline. I lost 1 frontline unit. Time to get another one. So, yep. And casualty replenish. Slayers to me. Yeah, casualty replenish rate. That's nice. You can get artillery master or architect. I think tactician maybe? Yeah, because I do have all that artillery. I need to buff it. You're going with Fate of Grimnir, and I think that it is time, especially because Geragrim is here. Oh, what can I give? He can assault unit and assassinate. Okay, but yeah, assassinate is nice. It's better than wound, of course. It kills the target. but I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to move Felix and Gotrek away to go to someone else. And this is a trick, not a trick, just a tip that I give, which is if you're facing difficulties or expecting difficulties, you know, this combination of Malakai with like Ulrika or with Garadrim goes really well, and then Gotrek and Felix can go on another army and they'll do just fine there, you know? So you're having two good armies. And this is the perfect moment, because I dealt with Azazel. There's not a lot of threats now here, maybe Feastus later on, maybe Norska will show up, but Gotrek and Felix can go and join the other lord, and that's it. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying that idea. Enjoying that idea a lot more. So I've put these guys giving me some money. Let me get the grudge throwers, the quarrelers, or maybe one of the regiments. Hold on. Yeah, some of the regiments. Actually, I don't want those. I want the miners. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And I still have plenty of money. I'm gonna have a second army, mostly low quality stuff, but that's good. And yeah, you can collect the income. That feels good. As for the forge, I think I want 300 oath gold, so that instead of these items, I want the oath gold for the runes. Yeah, I think that's the better choice, and then I'll start getting some items once I get a lot of oath gold coming in. There's some, these runes, especially not for the characters, I like to go with them for the units first, because they just modify a little bit how units go, especially the artillery ones, and I want to capitalize on that decision. I made the decision of going with the cannons initially, so I want to make sure that they are causing a lot of damage. Yeah, I have to check the items. Am I not equipping those items? Hold on. Am I? Quests, I should have, right? Let me check on details. He doesn't have the hand weapon. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and also not too much in auxiliaries. Yep. Those seem to be all put properly. Yeah, but he doesn't have the hand weapon. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And that's decent, actually. And do I want the Slayer's Axe? No, but the armor and the talisman, likely. Yeah, let's give him those. And Garagrim Iron Fists.
What?
Let me get the Slayer's Axe to someone.
This is no fantasy.
Maybe to this lord, just to upset some people. Just so it isn't the Slayer with the Slayer's Axe. Yeah, leadership, it's always nice. Shield break, it's very easy. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Now, Gotrek and Felix, they're gonna go with the next lord. Let me check diplomacy. Oh, nice. I'm gonna squeeze as much as I can from the Empire factions and other dwarf factions, just to ensure that I get some stuff going. Yeah, this is -3. Imminent rebellion, that's fine. I take too long. Sometimes people say, oh, you take too long between turns. In the beginning, yes. Take as much time as you need to ensure that you're spotting stuff like this. There's a huge army there. So I gotta be careful with my engagements here. I wish they weren't retreating. Let me see if I can still attack them. Hopefully, yes. Okay. That would be a decisive victory even in Outer Resolve, but I'll just fight it out and that will be the conclusion of this. And also, there's still some... I don't know, I hate the Outer Resolve sometimes. It gives me some bad outcomes, especially when I have unhealthy units, such as some of the Slayer Pirates. So, deployment phase, I'm gonna have 2 lines, so infantry and missile infantry, and of course the cannons on the back. And they're shooting already the hounds and the cavalry units, so that, you know, this is a rather easy battle to do because they cannot even flank me. So I'm just taking out the hounds and ensuring that they won't reach any of my units. They still have a manticore, and that can cause some trouble to my gyrocopters, but still, you know, it's just a health. As long as not a lot of entities die, it's fine. Yeah, lots of fast units. Slanesh is the weird melee faction only that always causes some damage because, you know, they're so fast reaching your lines that they'll eventually cause some damage with how they engage you. Compared to anything that it has like artillery, which always causes damage, you know. Let's bombard them. The chariots are coming in and the hounds as well. Manticores are... Oh! You cannot say it came from behind. You were watching him. But yeah. Yeah, wreck those chariots. The AI can't use chariots that well, unfortunately. And now that's the grudge. That's the grudge units. Take them out. Take it out. Yeah, there we go. And the cannons are already shooting the Manticore, and this should be a nice victory. Very easy one. Still gonna deploy my Spirit of Grunry to avoid any further casualties here. But yeah, hit it, take him down, and that's a victory. Well done. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't. 1 million grudges, so be careful of that. You don't want to upset the dwarves. So, what am I gonna get? I think the army replenishment is really good, but the control is also nice. Oath Gold is not too much. I think the control for the local province is always nice. It's only 2 turns, but still, it helps. Especially when you're conquering so much. Yeah, so let's go for it. Now I have the weirdest decision ever to do, which is the Tower of Crack is so close, and I know that I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for Erengrad first. Mostly because if I capture the tower, I cannot defend it against the onslaught of Norscan troops, so I want to be there. I don't want to have to go somewhere else right after I conquer that tower. So Malakai is going to not go for the tower. He's gonna wait for that Tsar army to come in, maybe wait for some reinforcements, and take Erengrad, and only then take the tower. So I know that I'm still gonna see Azazel likely with a couple of units. It would be great to hit him while he has some units outside. But yeah, this faction actually declared war on me. I didn't show you in the end of the turn, so that's concerning. With the garrison and with some units I can defend against it. So I'm gonna move this. Kislev conquered Yetchich something over there, which is nice still. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have that battle last on the next episode. Actually, too many battles already here. So runes, yeah, let's go. So the typical decision is to go Rune of Penetration or the Rune of Seeking is nice, or the Rune of Burning. There are other runes, but not for 300. And I like the reducing enemy leadership. It's not as important against Chaos Dwarfs or against Warriors of Chaos because they already have a lot of leadership. It's not like you're gonna break them immediately, but it's really cool against greenskins, against Skaven. Like one shot of the artillery shot, it can make them rout, you know. So that's always good. That's always good because, of course, later on it can force some units to just instantly rout and one less enemy to worry about. So I'm really wondering Rune of Penetration or Rune of Burning. I mean, the penetration. I'm going for the penetration because I want to see how it works. I don't know how it works with the cannons, with the grape shot. I wonder if it's better. Oh, I cannot have multiple. We used to be able to have multiple, so that's kind of sad. Okay, one for each. I'm glad I actually have that. A couple of units. I need to build up to tier 3 so that I can have some artillery units. Nothing here. Nothing to worry about. This is going to be a problem. But you can see from the map actually that Kislev is owning, Boris is owning the game there. So yeah, that concludes the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.